chose the Falcons. I chose the Giants. The Falcons won, so you're up 2-1 right now. Looking at week 3 stats.
Exactly. Now, Bengals Steelers, I lost that, so that's another L on my part.
Yeah, 2-2 right
Your
there.
Bengals, yeah, you had that faith in Joe Burrow for sure.
Told you that. You won.
Yeah, I really thought that Steelers' home field advantage would really just be too much for the Bengals, but they really overcame that. Like Joe Burrow is a real deal. And then this past Thursday game, Joe Burrow is a real deal, man. Like
No.
I can never doubt that man again.
Yeah, Big Ben.
That's my bad.
Healthy.
That's my
healthy.
bad.
I told you. Big Ben, not the old Big Ben. I don't know what to say, man. Yo,
Jets Broncos.
Okay.
Huh? Sorry.
You chose Broncos.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, of course. And look what happened to your Jets.
3-2.
Look what happened to them.
Bruh. I don't know what to say about that, fam.
It was a goose egg, fam. I'm so sorry. Actually, let's pause. Let's do a quick introduction. All right. Hey guys, welcome to our podcast. This is your boy Josh speaking.
What's up? This is your boy Denver.
And I'm here with.
Yeah, man. Sports podcast right here, Introduce ourselves.
Exactly. You already know. Exactly. Yeah, so we getting into a little football talk. We're going over our week 3 stats. And you already know I'm up so far.
I feel like this week
we
do a parlay.
Again, back to your Jets.
Yeah. I feel like this week we should do a parlay. Like,
what'd you say?
I said this week we should do a parlay. Like, pick 3 to 5 teams I would think are gonna win for sure, and then put some money down, fam.
Okay, fine. Let's do that.
Yo, but last week's stats, so Broncos.
Yeah, we'll get into week first. Yeah, it was 26-0 Broncos.
Okay.
Teddy Bridgewater, a solid game, 19 for 25, 235 yards. Not bad at all. I told you he's definitely a game manager, but it's that's basically what the Broncos need because their defense really carries the team. Teddy B doesn't really have to do too much, and they go win games. Zach Wilson, unfortunately, the New York Jets, they don't have a supporting cast, man. Zach Wilson is going to suffer there. He was 19 for 35, 160 yards, 2 interceptions. He's becoming a turnover machine.
Bro, we have no weapons.
Sorry.
I told you we have no weapons, dog. I don't know what to say, bro. I don't have to say, but I'm gonna choose him anyways every week, yo. I don't care. I'm biased.
Yeah, definitely. On this podcast, I'm gonna get at his team. That's a for sure thing. So. All right. Next game on my list here, I see Bucks and Rams. Of course, you picked the Bucks. No, you picked the Rams, I believe, and I picked the Bucks in that, and I lost.
That's 3-3 right now.
24-34. All right, good.
I told you, man. I told you.
It's all good.
I told you with the Rams. Bro.
I know, and the thing is, I like Matthew Stafford too. I'm a Matthew Stafford fan, but for some reason, I was really on the Bucks hype. I'm really thinking that they're going to return to the Super Bowl again this year. And Tom Brady is playing. He was playing lights out. I mean, I believe he still played well in this game. He threw the ball 55 times. 55 times, it was 432 yards passing, 41 completions. But he only threw 1 touchdown, unfortunately. So, yeah.
The defense is slack.
Then to Matthew Stafford, it was 27 for 38, 343. Yeah, their defense. And you see what happened. We were talking about it too on the last podcast. They went and got Richard Sherman. It's a done deal. So we'll see how that little veteran presence on the DB core changes some things. So yeah, hoping for the best, man. Like I said, they're gonna be a Super Bowl favorite, man. They basically like the Lakers to me, man. You know what I'm saying? They're like the Lakers in the football world. All right, so it's 3-3 tied. Seahawks and Vikings. I think we both picked Seahawks, so that's an L
Yeah,
on our side.
yeah,
Do you remember picking the Seahawks? Yeah,
yeah. We both picked the Seahawks.
yeah, yeah. We thought Russell Wilson was gonna. Well, I was trying to convince you that the Seahawks would take it because again, during the beginning of the season, Russell Wilson always plays his best football. He always puts up stats. He makes a good argument for being MVP of the league. And yeah, for some reason it just didn't, translate in the overall team success. Now they're 1-2, and Minnesota's also 1-2 now. Kirk Cousins actually had a decent game. He's 30 for 38, 323 yards, 3 touchdowns. Justin Jefferson had like 9 receptions, 118 yards, and a touchdown. That guy is balling in his second year of the league. So shout out to him.
Yeah, I think Minnesota. It's tough to win in Minnesota, so that's why I was kind of hesitant. But I was like, Russell Wilson, he's usually good on the road. But I thought the Vikings, I'm like, I wasn't sure. Kirk Cousins, he always puts up stats. You know that for sure. He's gonna put up stats. He's gonna put up 300 plus. He's gonna put TDs, but to me, it's like they're always gonna lose no matter what. But because of their defense. But the defense looked strong last week, so yeah, I mean that could be kind of underrated teams that are able to win a few more games, especially at home. So yeah, that was a pretty surprise for us though.
Yeah, we'll see, definitely. But yeah, shout out to them. They really brought it out. Packers and 49ers. I think you chose the 49ers and I picked the Packers. And I had faith in them. I knew Aaron Rodgers was gonna pull it out. You see what happened? It was a close game for sure. Like I was almost getting scared. I believe it really came down to the last possession where Jared Garoppolo led them up the field. It was like a couple seconds left. And I'm thinking that's too much time for Aaron Rodgers, right? The man brought it down the field, just a couple quick completions down the field for that game-winning field goal. Man, what can I say, man? It's Aaron Rodgers, man. It's Aaron Rodgers.
But to me, 49ers still.
How do you feel about that?
The 49ers
they're definitely a good team.
Garoppolo played. Everyone's trying to get him out of there, but he's playing good. I mean, he led them to the game-winning touchdown. Is that they left too much time on the clock. I mean, you can't leave. There's like 5 guys in the league, 3 to 5 guys. You can't leave any time on the clock. Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, yep.
Just a few guys you can't leave any time on the clock because you're going to give them time to make a play to win.
They're going to drive it, exactly. Patrick Mahomes is one of those guys too. Yeah. Jared Garoppolo is making a good case where it's like, this is my team still. Don't try to move on from me yet. Trey Lance is not ready. I don't think he's ready yet.
Nah, fam.
I know I was on the hype train last week. I was on the hype train. I'm like, you know what? I want to really see Trey Lance. But you know what? The way that I saw Jared Garoppolo play in that game, I'm like, you know what? Just let him handle the reins for a little longer. It's still his team. They can actually do big things this season for sure. Yeah, but yeah, Aaron Rodgers had a great game. Devontae Adams, like I said, had a great game. It was really a back and forth game. But yeah, that's another win on my column there.
Yeah, 4-3.
So what's the record looking like? It's 4-3? Okay.
4-3 right now.
Okay, sounds good. And then Cowboys and Eagles. I had the Eagles in that, and I was very disappointed. Yeah, I know. You're right. You're right.
Yo, Dak is nice.
What was your rundown? Yo. Did you? Yeah, he is. He is. Like I can't even. Nah, like I can't go against Dak again. He was playing at a very high level. I know that there was a lot of hate on Jalen Hurts, and I really felt the hate from from watching the game and listening to the commentators. They're like, oh, like a whole bunch of passes that he was making was inaccurate. The pick that he threw to Trayvon Diggs, the pick 6, they're like, you can't just stare at the receiver like that. You can't just, take the ball from shotgun and just have your eyes immediately locked onto the receiver. Every DB is going to jump on that every time. And I'm just like, okay, guys, like, give Jalen Hurts a chance. You guys are trying to kill him before he even starts. Like this. I have faith in this guy. I really think that he can actually be a superstar one day. He just needs the time. If you think about it, he only started in what 3-4 start. Like he's still considered like he's almost hypothetically not hypo, technically speaking, he's still a rookie. You know what I'm saying? So give him a chance. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people are really trying to get at him. And I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah,
What do you think?
Think about Philly. It's tough in Philly. Philly's one of those places like you saw Michael Vick, you saw with one where they had Kevin Kolb with McNabb, Carson Wentz, and now you see with Jalen Hurts. It's a very tough place to play. Like Philly has tough fans. Like if you don't play good for 2-3 games, why don't you out of there? Like, like I said, like you said, like he's green right now. If you think about it, a rookie needs a full season to get acclimated, under the ropes, game speed and everything. Like you said, he started a little bit last year when Wentz was hurt. So he's still he hasn't played a full 17-game schedule. So I feel like let him grow, let him learn. And I feel like, as the season progresses, he'll get better and better. I'm not sure they're going to make the playoffs this year. I have to see. I have faith in him. I feel like they
might have to
teams. Go. But we'll see. But I like Hurts too. I think they should give him time.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back on my statement and I was so high on the Eagles making the playoffs. I don't know anymore. But I still think, as long as what I also realized around Jalen Hurts is everybody's just young. Their defense is pretty good, but like the weapons around him and their own line, they're just not good enough. Jalen Hurts is not going to be that superstar quarterback that's going to make everyone else better. I feel at this point in time, he needs to have people good already around him so that he can, be successful. So that's the unfortunate fact with him. With the Cowboys, man, like, how I was harping on their defense, saying they're suspect. They're playing well, man. Like, because they picked off Jalen Hurts like twice in that game.
And Micah Parsons played well, the rookie.
Yeah, that Micah Parsons, yeah, man, he's applying pressure. Like he's unstoppable. He was really exposing the Eagles' O-line for sure. Like they have him like rushing, like passer, like because Micah Parsons was originally like drafted as a middle linebacker. Man's like playing like on a D, like he's like really rushing like a outside linebacker / DN position, something like that. I don't exactly know where they have him placed, but he's really getting after the passer in the position that Cowboys have placed him. So yeah, it's impressive, man. It's cool to see.
Yeah, they have him around the ball around a lot, kind of like Clay Matthews, how he was in Green Bay, like a linebacker who's like technically like a slash DN, in a 3-4, and just rushing the passer a lot.
Yeah. So honestly, can't doubt the Cowboys this year, man. Honestly, they're looking good. They're in a good position to win their division. That's for sure.
Yeah, what is it now? 4-4? We're still tied, fam. We're still tied.
Oh shoot. Is that all the games though for week 3? Oh wait, no, there's more. Whoa, I'm tripping. All right, so there was also Chargers and Chiefs, right? That was week 3, and I picked the Chiefs. I think we both picked the Chiefs because they were in the kingdom. They were at home. Chargers really, they're surprising the NFL right now, man. Justin Herbert, jeez, that guy is different.
I'm surprised with the Chiefs. Yeah, 1-2, dog. I wasn't expecting that. I don't think anybody was expecting them to be 1-2 to start the season. I think they're gonna make the playoffs. They're still gonna make the playoffs, but a little surprising. Like I think a lot of teams are kind of have their number in terms of, more game plan around Mahomes. He's gonna put up stats, but if you have another good quarterback on the other side, it gives you a chance. Like Justin Herbert, good quarterback, chance to bring the Chiefs. Like I feel like whenever he has a good quarterback on the other end, it's gonna be like a shootout. And so, surprised the Chiefs the Chiefs lost, but I think they'll still make the playoffs. I mean, like Mahomes is too good to not make the playoffs unless he gets hurt, right? So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. You can never count out the Chiefs. They just have too much firepower on their side. But yeah, the Chargers, I'm just amazed. Justin Herbert threw 4 touchdowns in that game, on fire. 2 to Mike Williams. Mike Williams is a baller. Yeah. Patrick Mahomes threw 2 interceptions. Can't do that. You're not going to win, right? You're not going to win with the multiple picks in the game. So, yeah, Chargers are definitely a team to look out for. So that's an L on our part. So what's the record looking like now?
It's still 4-4, still tied.
Okay. Okay. Cardinals, Jaguars. You picked the Jaguars for some reason. I don't know.
Are you sure the Jaguars? You sure I picked the Jaguars?
Yes, bruh. I am positive. Do we need to rewind the Do we need to go back to the last week's podcast and see?
You're right. I picked the Jaguars. Yeah, but they're
someone fact check that. But yeah, sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah, they're pretty competitive though. Even this past game, a few days ago, they're pretty competitive. But yeah, looking at it now, they won a few games, but yeah, like I'm not always pick against them.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like these losing teams need to realize that you're like drafting a quarterback is not just going to change your team around. It's not going to happen with your Jets. It's not going to happen, right? It's not going to happen with the Jaguars either. Drafting a quarterback is not going to magically fix all your problems. You have other areas that you need to fix, before you get that quarterback that can complete the puzzle. So even though Trevor Lawrence is playing okay, right? It's not enough. It's not going to be enough, unfortunately. The Jaguars are 0-3. Your Jets are 0-3. It's not looking too good. It's not looking too good. And then Arizona on the other side, 3-0. I mean, Kyler Murray is like I said, he's playing ball where people are trying to make an argument for him being MVP of the league. Yeah. Like this guy is just so dangerous, with his arm and his legs. His escapability is just out this world. Like this man's different.
Yeah, he played good. He had a good efficient numbers at 28 or 34, 316. No touchdowns, INT. But yeah, I mean he's playing good enough. Like you said, he's balling out. Didn't throw a touchdown, but yeah, next week I'll definitely.
But he ran for one, so it kind of offsets the pick that he threw. So definitely, he's still he's playing good enough ball to lead the team and get wins under his belt.
It's 5-4, fam. You're up by 1.
All right. Yo, I might pull this one out, bro. I
don't think next game, Bears Browns. I know you chose the Bears. I told you about.
No, I did not.
I
did not. We were on the same page. We both picked the Browns.
Are you sure?
Remember?
I thought you said.
Come on, man. Review last week's podcast. I did not pick the Bears because I knew Justin Fields was going to get his first start and he was going to be running with his head cut off because of the pass rush. Remember, we were touching on points with Jadeveon Clowney and Myles Garrett. We're like, those guys are going to kill him. And they did. A 9-sack game.
Yo, he had 4
like that is, that is like out this world. Like
I would like. To be honest, I think, like I told you, they need to put Foles. If Dalton's hurt, they should start Foles. I said this last week because, the O-line's not ready. The team's not ready. You're throwing this man to the doghouse. Like, literally, like, I think he's in a worse situation than out of all the rookie QBs. Like you said, Zach Wilson, Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones on the Patriots. Out of all of them, I think the one with, like, the worst O-line is probably the Bears. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I hear you.
Crazy, man. I don't know what to say. I think they should start Foles.
I think so too, just to protect him, man. Because honestly, I mean, if you want Justin Fields to be your future, that game is not looking too good for his. Like, it's not gonna add to his confidence, right? let's look at the stats there. I believe like he only completed like 9 passes.
You think yards, man. I read a report
Yeah,
average 1.1 yards on
per
offense.
throw, right?
On offense
That's
in general.
on offense in general. So even with the running game.
Running game and passing.
Jeez, man. How you gonna do anything with that? Like, yeah, like I'm looking at the stats, like their leading rusher had 34 yards on the ground, 10 carries. That's not saying much at all. Justin Fields was 6 for 20. Sorry. So he didn't even complete 9 passes. 6 for 20, 68 yards.
Protect the man. They're gonna call this guy a bust in a few games. I don't like I want just to be straight, like we want as much black QBs to be successful as possible. It's not a black or white thing, but you know what I mean? Like they don't get a lot of opportunities, and throwing this man to the fire with no weapons. This game, if he doesn't play well, let's say he plays bad again, that's 2 weeks in a row. Let's say it's the third week he plays bad again. The third week, I feel like they're gonna start labeling him a bust, and like, man, they need to protect him.
Yeah, definitely. They'll like you're right. I agree with you. They're probably going to come down on him, faster than all the other QBs because, unfortunately, being a black quarterback, it's not I mean, it's becoming more common in NFL, but it's still not a majority, right? And, we've come from a place where they used to say that, we weren't smart enough to play quarterback. So, some people may hold that mindset. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, we have gotten to a better time period, in in the world now, but I'm sure that there are people probably just waiting on Justin Fields' downfall just due to the fact that, he is a black man at the end of the day. It's not fair, but, it's just how it is. So, we need to, like you said, put some pieces around him, get that O-line to block the hell better so that he can, make some plays and not go 6 for 20. Because that is just atrocious. Like, that is terrible. I feel for you, I feel for you, Justin Fields, man. I feel for you.
Prayers up to Justin Fields, man.
Right? Prayers up.
Oh man, and Chicago's a tough place to play too, man. They're gonna start booing him. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel bad he's in that situation. Like, they just didn't have a clear plan from the start. The coach Matt Nagy. Like, man, like they should have had him. I'm not saying have him as a QB3, but sprinkle him in the offense like Trey Lance. Like, start Foles, but give him a couple series, 1 or 2, get him adjusted a little bit. But you're gonna throw him out there with no O-line. Like, dog.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. What they're doing with Trey Lance in San Fran, I feel like they're doing the right thing. Even though Andy Dalton went hurt, still have Nick Foles come in as a second string. You can sprinkle in Justin Fields in a couple series here and there just to get his feet wet, but don't put too much on him. It's like you don't need to at this point. You already got again the veteran leadership that you get from Andy Dalton and Nick Foles, who had experience in this league. You can rely on that. You don't need to push the young gun in too quick, man. Come on, Matt Nagy. We need to make some better decisions. Right?
Yeah, hopefully this week's gonna be better.
Yeah. And Dolphins Raiders, I think we were both on the same page there with the Raiders.
Raiders? Are you sure about
that? Come on, Denver man. Denver man. I know I picked the Raiders. I would not pick the Dolphins, especially since we were talking the other day about Tua getting hurt.
Yeah,
we both didn't think Jacoby Brissett was gonna win for them, but it was an interesting game. Though it was so close it went to OT.
Yeah, he didn't play that bad. Brissett, like I said, he's a good backup quarterback. Fill in. Mm-hmm. He played well. He's not like a full-time starter. He's not he doesn't have the it factor and stuff like that. But he's definitely a good complementary backup quarterback for any team. Like he didn't play bad at all.
He probably could start on some teams. But yeah, he didn't play bad. He threw the ball 49 times. had 32 completions, 215 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. So I guess, you know, he was really managing the game. But it's just like you said, man, you know how you had Derek Carr as like an MVP front runner. Like Derek Carr is playing some good ball. I feel like what I heard, because I didn't watch this game personally, but what I heard is that this game really didn't need to go to OT. And it could have easily been won, you know, during regulation. But I don't know exactly what happened, but still, it's another win that's notched on the Raiders' belt, and they're 3-0, so they're looking good.
Yeah, I think Raiders. I think I called last week. They're an underrated team. I think they're gonna make the playoffs for sure. I think, you know, they're good. Any team a run for their money. Like I said, they have a good crowd. Like the whole brand new Las Vegas stadium, out there in Nevada, and so they have like kind of a home crowd now. They always had one back, you know, when they had, you know, the old Oakland Raiders stadium. But I feel like now they have another good stadium, another good crowd, and I feel like, you know, if they get home field advantage in the playoffs, they're gonna be a tough place for any team to go and win. So they're definitely like a dark horse.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. The fan base really transferred over to Nevada, and yeah, they sticking with him. they sticking beside him. Yeah. Okay. So what's the record looking like now?
It's 5-4.
We're tied still. Oh, 5-4.
Yeah.
Okay. Me, right?
You like
already. I told you, man. I'm an NFL guru, man. Come on now. Okay. I said a guru, bro. Guru.
But is that all the games last week?
No, that's not. No, we still got Washington and the Bills. So Washington versus Buffalo, which we both said Buffalo.
Buffalo. Okay.
Well, actually, did you say Washington?
Bro, I said Buffalo.
Okay. Now, I'm testing you, man. I'm testing you. Eh? I'm testing you. Okay. We knew Buffalo was gonna come out, you know, playing better ball. You know, we mentioned that that you know, Josh Allen would be playing, you know, MVP-ish ball. He was like 32 for 43, 358 yards, 4 touchdowns. He really, you know, switched his game around from the beginning of, you know, earlier on this season. So that one loss, you know, that they received against, it was the Ravens, I believe, right? Was it the Ravens? Yeah, it was the Ravens. You know, he's like, nah, you know, like he's like, I'm not gonna let that one loss, you know, impact the overall season. We're gonna get the ship, you know, on the right path. And he's definitely done that, you know, in the game last week against Miami, and in this game against Washington. He's playing lights out. You know, we did think Tyler Heineke as well was going to, or Taylor Heineke was going to, you know, we thought that he was playing good ball and that he was a surprise in the league. You know, no one was expecting anything of him, but he's really shocked some people. But he wasn't going to do enough to beat this very good Bills team. So, yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely a quarterback. He needs like a lot of help around him, meaning like he needs the guys around him to play really well to make him, you know, look really a lot better. Like I said, he's a good backup quarterback, but he needs to run him back, you know, to run the ball well. You need to call good players on offense and get guys going for him to look good. I think they need to be like a front runner. I don't think, like you said, like they're down against the Bills. I don't think they can mount a 20-point comeback. I think they need to like start the game well and then carry that over. They're kind of like a front runner, especially with, you know, the QB they have right now. I'm surprised they haven't went out and got like a Cam. I know, like
Cam Newton. Yeah, especially since they have Ron Rivera as the head coach. You would think that relationship that they had back in Carolina would, you know, cause him to you know, give Cam another opportunity. It's weird to me, especially since you never really heard that they had a bad relationship. You know, Ron Rivera was with Cam Newton for that 2015, or was it 2015 Super Bowl run. So just, you know, it's weird that Cam Newton's still out of a job. Very strange to me.
Yeah, I feel like, because Ron Rivera to me, like, are you trying to win games? Like, he's trying to convince us to Taylor Heineke. So I don't think he's a bad quarterback. Like I said, he's a good backup quarterback. But if you're trying to win games, go to the playoffs, I know they snuck in last year, but I think they have like a decent defense, and they can probably get that going now till the end of the season. So if you have a decent defense, all you need is a QB to play well. You know what I mean? I mean competitively, like week by week, at home and on the road. So I think like bringing in Cam would give them that veteran presence that they can go on the road and win games like Buffalo, or go on the road and win future games. So I would bring in Cam, to be honest. Let's say I just give Heineke a few more weeks. Let's say they lose those next 2 games. I would bring in Cam, kind of run the Carolina offense like you did back in 2015 and try to win out the rest of the season and try to make the playoffs. So that's my opinion. I don't know if that's going to happen, but, if I had a magic ball, that's what I do.
I feel you. I have a question. Do you think that is Cam's stance on, COVID-19 and getting the vaccine? Do you think that that's really impacting, Ron Rivera's decision to bring him in?
I don't know, because a lot of teams are saying that, we don't cut players because of COVID, or, that's not a big decision maker in terms of cutting guys or bringing guys in. But I think that's kind of like BS. I think that's one of the factors. I know Cam went on his YouTube channel with his dad, had an interview. He was saying one of the reasons that he thinks is because of his whole like persona, meaning like if he can't just be the backup QB. Like if they bring him in Washington, like the media is gonna be asking every day, "Oh, when are you gonna get a chance?" Like it's gonna be like a big hoopla, kind of like a people type thing, and meaning like the media pressure. So he was saying like that's why teams don't want to bring him in, because he can't. Teams want to bring him in as a number 2, but they know that if he's number 2, it's gonna be so much media and ask questions to the players and the coaches regarding when he's gonna start. And so I think it's, I don't know, like I feel like you said he could start on a lot of teams and he would play competitively. And so I hope it's not the vaccine, but I do think that's one of the factors. I think the coaches are kind of, lying on
hesitant
that when they're saying, we're not going to cut guys because they're not vaccinated. I think they are cutting guys because they're vaccinated. Because it's just easier for them to manage a team of players that are vaccinated than those who aren't. So
exactly. Like sorry. Sorry, did you finish your thought, bro?
Yeah.
Okay. Like I just wanted to even bring into the NBA about this, like and their thoughts and how they're regulating things with those who are vaccinated, unvaccinated. You see people making headlines like Kyrie Irving and his mindset on the vaccination, and even our very own Andrew Wiggins as well. Basically saying that their beliefs are against the vaccination, and it is causing them to possibly not be able to play all the games that are within the season. So it's we're living in a different time. We're living in a different day and age where these things are impacting athletes and impacting if they are able to necessarily play. So it's it's getting crazy out here. It's getting crazy.
Yeah, my thing is, what's confusing about this, it's kind of funny to me. So Andrew Wiggins or Kyrie Irving, they can't play at home because there's a mandate by the city of San Francisco and the city of New York, where Kyrie's from Brooklyn. They can't play at home games, but opposing players can come to the city and play in those cities, meaning like the Toronto Raptors can have an unvaccinated player who's on the team, for example, go to New York and play. But if you play in New York, you can't play at home. You understand? It's kind of like a double.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
It doesn't make sense to me. Like either you can play there in New York, or you can't play in New York.
Or you can't.
Like that's what's confusing me. So yeah, like I definitely think like there's more to be seen. Let's see how it plays out with Andrew, and also there's Bradley Beal as well. There's a player on Orlando, I forget his name, but he kind of came out and said he wasn't vaccinated, and he gave a good speech on it. But yeah, where I stand is like, I feel like I feel like if unvaccinated players are allowed to be on the team, then like they should. I don't think there should be rule that they couldn't play at home, because now it's such like a disadvantage for the team. So now like you're really putting
Exactly.
pressure on the get vaccinated, like, or else we're gonna trade you, we're
Basically,
gonna cut you. So
it's yeah,
you know,
it's basically enforcing that you have to get vaccinated. Um, yeah, man, different times, man. We're getting it's different times
it's a different
for
world.
sure. Yeah. Um, so yeah, that was a little side spiel about the NBA. We'll get more into that later. But yeah, back to our NFL week 3 records. Next game would be Saints and Patriots, and I think you would pick the Saints, and I lost there because I picked the Patriots. Yeah, so that's my L. That's my bad. That's my bad. How'd you feel about that game?
I think Mac Jones is gonna have his rookie. Everyone thinks he's gonna be balling out like he's Tom Brady. Yo, he's a
Yeah,
rookie. Let's slow down.
yeah,
He's gonna
exactly.
play good some games, but I know it's at home. I think it was at New England. But the more seasoned team is New Orleans. More seasoned player in Jameis Winston. Like he's not the best player. Like you said, like he's gonna throw picks. I'm not. I don't think he threw any picks in that game. I might be wrong.
Nah, you're
But
right.
yeah, keep the game simple. They say keep it simple, stupid is a saying. Um,
It's supposed to.
so, or stupid simple, whatever. I think I'm not sure which one it is, but yeah. And so I think, like I said, Mac Jones is gonna have his rookie game where he's kind of like, not playing too well, but I definitely think though the Saints are gonna be a team fighting for a playoff spot, and so I just feel like they're a more competitive team, against games like in New England where you're going against a rookie QB. So I'm also going to choose the veteran QB or the rookie QB, especially with a coach like Sean Payton. And so,
Yeah, yeah, like you're so right. Like Mac Jones is gonna have his growing pains. He threw 3 interceptions in that game, to 1 touchdown, right? So definitely, not your ideal game. And he's just a rookie, as you said, right? Like he's like you can't put too much on him, with rookie quarterbacks, they're seeing NFL defenses for the first time, these defensive schemes from um, these NFL head coaches. It's gonna look like a zoo, it's definitely going to confuse the best of them sometimes, so coming in your first year, you're not going to be able to uh properly decipher, properly, you're some, like most of these NFL coaches, the offensive playbooks are shrunk when they are, starting newer quarterbacks. So yeah, unfortunate for Mac Jones. This is just one of those games. And Jameis Winston, Sean Payton is really just, he has the leash on him, man. Like he's really, like, he threw 13 for 21, 128 yards. It was much like the first, it was much like the first game. And he didn't throw any interceptions. That's literally what you have to, it's like you said last podcast, throw it like 15, 20 times. It will ensure that he's not throwing the interceptions, because the moment that he starts to throw, make like.
All right. Yeah, so we were saying about James Winston. Yeah, I was saying you gotta have him throw 15 to 20 times per game, run the ball, and the whole
Yep.
Your defense plays well for you to win the game. Or else if you throw him 35, 40 times, he might throw a bigger to man. It's just the way it is. It sucks you have to, like, not babysit, it's not the best word, but it sucks you have to kind of handicap, like, because he's a gunslinger, so you kind of handicap him a little bit. So it kind of sucks. But if you want to win with Jameis, that's the way you got to go.
Yeah. We, like, Sean Payton seems to have really figured out that formula and really implemented that this game. You take it in, they really ran the ball effectively with Alvin Kamara. He had about 24 rushing attempts, I believe 89 yards rushing. So decent rushing game, not over the top, doesn't really knock your socks off, but effective running. They did what they needed to do. And again, the defense did what they needed to do, picking off Mac Jones, taking advantage of his youth, and yeah, picking him off for 3 total interceptions. Yeah. So you got me on that one, bro. You got me on that one. And
Yep.
again, they seem to have New Orleans seems to have a formula for success. So I shouldn't bet against them so quick like I did. My bad. That's my bad.
We're tied, man. We're tied 5-5.
Okay,
How
okay.
many
It's
games
getting
are
down to
left?
the wire. Let's see. Hmm. Um, just the Saints and the Patriots. We already went over the Falcons. I think we went over all the games.
Oh, there's only 10 games. Oh, yeah, because then one game we always miss because it's Thursday night.
Yeah, because the Thursday night game, we missed that one.
All right, so we're tied. So we tied 5-5.
That's crazy. Well, you know what? Shout out to us, man. It's not like we were completely slapping each other. It was a close record. We are right on some teams, we're wrong on some teams, but we're pretty. I feel like we're mostly on the same page. You know what I'm saying? Mostly on the same page. So, do you want to look ahead to week 4?
Yeah,
I know we've already,
then
or
the
do you want to?
breakdowns, yeah. So let's just like pick our teams, a quick reason why, and then, you know, we
Okay,
already kind of went into description of how they played last week, right?
yeah. All right. So I'll pick some surefire games that I feel like I know we're gonna see, or I'm gonna get a W in this case. So Chiefs, Eagles.
What, Saints, Eagles?
Chief, yeah, no, it's gonna be the Chiefs and the Eagles.
Where?
So it's going to be in Kansas City.
Bruh.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a home field advantage for Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, again, we were wrong initially in the week 3 predictions. We were thinking, it's hard to win in the kingdom. But a team like the Eagles, for sure, they're not gonna march up in there and take out a W. Um, can't count Patrick Mahomes out, completely. The man is still just, again, the superstar. He's the face of the NFL, the NFL's golden child. So he's that guy for a reason. Um, you know, just an absolute cannon for an arm. Makes the most outlandish throws and is able to do so because he completes them at the end of the day. Their defense just needs some work. Their offense tries to make up for what they lack in defense, but to make them really unstoppable, what could easily change their record from 1-2 to 3-0 is their defense. So, if they can get that figured out, I don't know who's going to really stop them. But for sure, Eagles are not going to be that team on Sunday to beat them. They're not going to be that team. Even though I love my guy Jalen Hurts, man. I'm a Jalen Hurts stan. But yeah, what do you think? What's your team that you're picking, or one of the teams that you're picking?
And I think it's because Mahomes, they're gonna kind of want to get him. He's already playing. He's not playing bad, but they're gonna try to get him going more in terms of, I think, more plays outside the pocket and things like that, and make some off schedule throws. But I think the Eagles might go through the same game plan we see with how we were talking about with James Winston, the Saints, and they're gonna like simmer it down and maybe have him throw 15 to 20 times. I could be wrong. I think they're going to try to run the ball more and have him throw less, which the Chiefs you can't do. You got to try to outscore them like the Chargers did. So I think for that reason alone, I think Chiefs are going to win. They're going to want to get the offense going a lot more, Tyreek Hill going a lot more, Travis Kelce, trying to put the ball in their hands more and have them make plays. And the defense, I feel like needs to step up, like you said as well. Tyrann Mathieu just came back last week. But as the defense gets going more, I think they're going to start playing better. And so I think the Chiefs are going to win this just because the Chiefs are going to put up points, and I think the Eagles are going to try to ball control. But, really got a run game to play ball control. So I feel like if they're not going to outscore the Chiefs, then they're going to lose. So we want Chiefs.
Yeah, so we're on the same page there. Yeah, I have the vibe that they are going to try to throw the ball less with Jalen Hurts. And I think a knock on the the game that they had against the Cowboys is that they didn't run it enough. Miles Sanders only had about maybe like, I don't even think he had that much carries in the game actually. And Jalen Hurts threw it for quite a bit as well. So they kind of switched up the game plan. They did what was not really common of what the Eagles really do, especially with Jalen Hurts being behind center. Like you wouldn't expect him to throw it like 30 plus times, but he threw it 39 times, had 326 yards passing, which I mean, like if you look at the game and stats wise, it wasn't a bad game, but there were certain plays, certain mistakes that were made that didn't look good. Jalen Hurts was the rushing leader with 9 rushes. So they really didn't give Miles Sanders the ball. They gave him the ball 2 times. Ridiculous. So yeah, I expect them to give the ball to Miles Sanders more against the Chiefs, but just like what we're saying, like the Chiefs are basically Hollywood, like when it comes to making superstar plays, you know what I'm saying? So they're going to outscore them, and it's gonna take more for the Eagles to just be game managers in that game. So yeah. So let's see what else is for in week 4 here. Cardinals Rams. Whew, this seems like a good game.
Where's the
It seemed
game?
like the game's gonna be in LA. So
I don't think LA.
you know,
I don't think LA has a home. I could be wrong, but I don't think LA is really home field advantage.
I don't know either. I don't know either. But like just the way that because I bet against the Rams the last time, I just feel like I'd be stupid to do it again. And I love Kyler Murray, but and I love that he's an escape artist, but is he really gonna escape from Aaron Donald like that? I don't know, man. And then you got Jalen Ramsey. You got that famous DB and wide receiver battle between Jalen Ramsey and DeAndre Hopkins. Jalen Ramsey could very well, have a good day, and who does Kyler really have? I mean, he has Christian Kirk. Yeah, he has Rondell Moore, but yeah, Rams could definitely take this. I'm gonna go with the Rams, man. I'm gonna say Matthew Stafford has another big game. Again, he's really showed that LA was a quarterback away, and Jared Goff wasn't even completely trash like that. But they just needed someone like they needed a real superstar, and you see how things quickly change. They 3-0, man. Matthew Stafford's looking good. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams. What about you?
I picked the Rams last week against the Bucks.
Yeah.
Because I mainly think that that I feel like when everyone's picking the Bucks, I feel like I knew they were gonna lose because Stafford, he's playing well. I mean, Rams are playing well, but I want to look at kind of the matchups, and so I'm thinking, yes, they have Aaron Donald, yes, they have Jalen Ramsey, but they also have Hopkins on there, so that's kind of like they cancel each other out, right? And then I'm looking at the way Kyler plays, and he's able to evade D linemen. I mean, like a lot easier than like a standard pocket QB like Tom Brady's. He's gonna stay in the pocket. He's gonna stay in the pocket. He ain't going nowhere. He wants to happy feet, and he wants to, just sit in the pocket and make reads and make throws. I feel like the offense that gives the Rams the most problems is the QBs that can scramble, such as Russell Wilson, such as Kyler Murray. I think Kyler Murray is going to be able to make plays with his feet. I think it's going to give him an advantage against the Rams, and I want to go Rams, but I'm going to go upset here. I'm going to go Cardinals. Cardinals. I don't think LA is that much of a home advantage as it should be, and so I feel like there might be a lot of Cardinals fans in the stadium. So I'm gonna
Very well.
I'm gonna go Cardinals.
Okay, all right. So we have our first disagreement, all right, for the week. All right, so we'll see what goes on. I agree with your points though. And just looking at, overall how Kyler and Matthew Stafford are playing, like they're both playing very well. Kyler is like 78 for a 102 over the past 3 weeks, 7 touchdowns. Matthew Stafford, 66 for 94, 942 yards, 9 touchdowns. They're balling. Um, when you add Kyler Murray's feet into things, his like him just being able to escape, him able to rush, catch the defense off guard. Got valid points there. So it could very well be an upset, but we'll see, man. I'm gonna stick with the Rams, man. Let's stick with the Rams.
All right, all right.
But yeah, that's gonna be a good game, man. I'm excited for that game this Sunday. Definitely gonna be a game I'm looking out for. Um, let's see here. We're picking just 4 games, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
All right.
And then the rest of them
I'll,
could just be like, instead of description, just say like who we pick.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Ravens Broncos. That's an interesting game to me.
Ooh, where's the game at?
The game is gonna be in Baltimore. So Ravens got home field advantage there.
Is Lamar healthy? That's the only thing that's making me bet. Only thing I'm hesitating. Or else I would choose Ravens. But Lamar, they say he's been practicing well. He's healthy, but is he really healthy? Like you never know. Like kind of gamesmanship is going on before the game. So I feel like if he's not healthy, they're gonna try to run the ball, which they could just run the ball and be ball dominant. But if Carr comes out slinging a rock, I mean, let me think on that one.
Yeah, I think this is a very interesting game because Denver is coming to the game 3-0. Baltimore.
Oh, it's Broncos.
It's Denver Broncos. Yeah, sorry. You thought I meant the Raiders, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yes, Denver Broncos. So got Teddy B going up against Lamar Jackson. So yeah, Denver is really coming in off 3 wins. Like I said, Teddy B really hasn't been having to do too much to win the game. He's really just managing and through time of possession and their defense doing what they need to do, they've been winning games. And their defense, because they top tier. I mean, I don't know if Lamar is not healthy, I can't see them bringing it out. And even if Lamar is healthy, still I got some questions. So very interesting. I'm gonna go with a hot hand because the Denver Broncos are just looking so good this year. I feel like they're gonna really surprise a lot of teams. I don't think a lot of people are really on Denver like that, So I'm gonna be on them. I'm gonna be like, you know what? They gonna upset Lamar. Especially if Lamar is not going to be able to be healthy. This is going to be a for sure upset. But yeah, I'm saying even with Lamar, upset, man. And yeah.
I think Broncos with that defense. I think you're right. I'm gonna go Broncos only because I think the reports coming out of Baltimore is a lot of gamesmanship, meaning like I don't know if he's fully healthy. I think his back's giving him a problem. If his back's giving him a problem, they're just gonna run the ball, and you can't give defense that good. You can't already give them, kind of your next move. They already know you're gonna run the ball. If his back's hurting, he won't have the ability to get out the pocket and make plays. So I'm gonna go Broncos here too because of that defense, and it's gonna be a low scoring game.
I agree.
A little better than the Baltimore defense, so I'm gonna go Broncos too on that one.
Yeah. All right. So we agree on that one there. Yeah, that's definitely interesting game to be. You're right about the low scoring. It's probably not even gonna be like they're probably not gonna top 14. Sorry, yeah, probably like it might be like 17-14 Broncos. Like it's gonna be low score for sure.
21-20
yeah. Bucks Patriots, because I know you hating on the Bucks a little bit. But like like Tom Brady facing against his old team. I mean, I just feel like it's interesting in that aspect. I feel like I already know what's gonna happen, but it's just interesting that Tom Brady gets to. It's because I believe it's gonna be actually no, it's gonna be in Tampa Bay. It's not gonna be in New England, but yeah, okay, then that's
In
not even
Tampa?
it. That, sorry?
It's in Tampa? I thought it was in New England.
Yeah, apparently it's in Tampa from what I see.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody's choosing the Patriots. I'm kind of like everybody's saying he's gonna go and slap them up and put up 40 and put up 50. Bruh.
So they're saying the Patriots are gonna slap him?
No,
Are
everyone's saying
gonna are gonna
Tom
slap the
Brady's
Bucks?
gonna, yeah, like Tom Brady's gonna come into New England and like put 40 points. I don't know, fam. I feel like
Oh, sorry, my bad. It's in Gillette Stadium. It's in New England. My bad, my bad. Sorry.
there's gonna be a lot of Tom Brady jerseys.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel upset because everybody's choosing the Bucks. Everybody. I'm like, bro. Everyone's saying it's gonna be a slap, a 20-point slap. I'm like, bro. I'm gonna go
Really?
big, bro.
Really? You think Mac Jones is gonna beat the GOAT?
I don't think
Because
it's Mac Jones.
that's gonna make serious headlines. That's gonna make serious headlines. That's gonna just like they're gonna think Mac Jones is the like he's the one. Like they're gonna be like, yo, Tom Brady, who? It's Mac Jones over here. Like that's how they gonna start going in New England. I doubt that's gonna happen, man. It's his
I think
first year. He's young, bro. He's really young. He has Tom Brady characteristics. You can tell, he's a film junkie. He's good at, he's good within the Bill Belichick system. It's made for him. But they can't win. Come on now.
here's
Tom Brady gonna throw like 500 yards in this game, bro. Like,
what everybody's saying, but here's
this
my
guy
thing.
gonna throw for 500.
Here's my thing. Bill Belichick has coached this man for how many years? 20 plus years. I think
Mm-hmm.
this man knows Tom Brady better than anybody else. I think he kind of gonna have a lot of traps on his defense based on what he knows, where Brady's gonna go with the ball, where he's gonna go with his reads. I think he knows him so well. So I'm looking at from the Bill Belichick game planning type aspect. Meaning, like I think he's gonna have a couple of trap plays, a couple defensive scheme that's gonna he knows where Brady's gonna look and go for the ball. And the
Mm.
Bucks defense is not playing well. You know that, right? They're
No,
playing
yeah,
against
they have
Sherman.
it. Yeah,
Sherman's
I
coming
know.
off. If he starts them, I'm going at Sherman. I don't care
Yeah,
who the
you
receiver
probably might be a little rusty too, right?
He rusty, fam. I'm going at
Mm.
Sherman, especially if he's starting. He's been there a week, bro. And you know he's not a man-to-man corner. He's a
Yeah,
zone corner.
yeah,
And the Bucks looks like they're playing a lot of man-to-man on their defense right now. And so the defense is not playing well. So I think
yeah.
a low scoring game. I don't think Brady's gonna put up 500 yards. I think Bill Belichick's coming in this game with a great game plan, and I'm going on a winning field goal, upset city Patriots.
We'll see. I mean, because to me, I was thinking like it's not even like Tampa Bay was playing that bad earlier on, like this season. Like in their game against the Cowboys, um, and I believe what was their second week's game? Like who did they face off against before they faced LA? Do you remember?
Bucks, they had beat a team, and they said it was the Cowboys.
Yeah, it was the Cowboys week one, and then week two. I'm just trying to remember, but I don't remember them being that trash. I just remember them being trash against LA, against the Rams, where they kind of got exposed. I don't know for sure if we can count out their defense completely yet. Especially like again, they got Devin White, they got Ndamukong Suh, they got JPP, they got Mike Edwards, they got Antoine Whitfield Jr. They got guys that are again have that championship experience, right? This is the same guys that were in last year's Super Bowl. You know, I'm sure that they can I mean, I think they need just more help in the secondary, and that's why they got Richard Sherman. I'm sure with a little bit more veteran leadership within the secondary, they pull it all together. Don't even need Richard Sherman, really starting like that. I think they just need his presence like within the locker room, his presence within practice. They switch things around, man. Like just I don't know. I feel like it's somehow this is a great addition to me, and it's gonna, you know, I feel like Tampa Bay's defense should be able to tighten up. I can't see Mac Jones, you know, carving up defense. Like, nah, I'm sorry. Like, no,
Yeah,
like, nah.
I think it's gonna be a
It's
low
just
scoring game. I think it's gonna be like a 20-17 game, winning field
nah.
goal.
You
Everybody should.
are
I'm
you are
saying,
really discounting the GOAT. The man is
but
throwing five
he
for
said like,
500 yards.
he's not throwing for 500 yards, bro.
Well,
Bill
if
Belichick,
they make him throw the ball 55 times like they did last week, he thrown 500 yards, bro.
I will see you now.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All right, so we don't agree on that one. So, is that 4 games there that we've given our predictions for?
I think it's 4 games.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we gave our prediction on Chiefs and the Eagles, Cardinals and the Rams, Broncos and the Ravens, and Bucks and Patriots. Yeah, so that's our projections for Week 4. We'll see what hopefully it won't be a tie like this week. I'm trying to win, man. I'm trying to win. I'm trying to pull out this W. So
Oh man, tie, fam, it's tie right
yeah,
now.
for now, fam. But yeah, um, how long we been going for so far?
It's been an hour.
Oh, okay, been an hour. Is there anything else that you wanted to touch on within this one, or
Nah, that's everything. Yeah,
all right,
this week. Yeah.
yeah, we'll get into NBA another time. Stay tuned, guys. We also go get into NBA. We're gonna talk about a little bit of our histories within football as well. Talk about our student athlete experiences, things like that. Some more content coming for you guys soon.
Yeah, man, I'm
We
trying to
here.
bring it on in the clips as well for you guys, so we can give you guys, if you guys want to focus more on some subjects that we already spoke about. You guys want
Yeah.
just that clip, we're gonna come up with clips as well. And so yeah, like Josh said, future episodes in terms of our personal football experiences and how we went about it and what we think how college players should move in college as well. And so yeah, look out for those episodes.
Yeah, man. More to come. More to come.
All right. Signing out episode 2. You know how it is, guys. Appreciate.
Yeah, you already know. All right. Peace. Blessings.
Peace.